And we're going to just set them off to the side in a moment. And then we are just going to begin with some movement. So I just want to get the body kind of warmed up. We're going to go into a little bit of a wide stance. And we're just going to start with just a little side to side. So we're just going to kind of windmill those arms, soften the knees, and just kind of let the movement flow. Don't worry about being exact in your movement. Just really allow the body to bend and lift. Everything just feel like it's flowing. Keeping this nice movement going. Keeping those knees soft, so don't lock them out. Let's just do a couple more in each direction. And one more. Come back up, arms come to the side. So we're just going to do some nice little rounding circles with our upper bodies. We're going to start the exact same way where we bend to the side. And then we're just going to let our body fall into a circular motion towards the floor as we come up on the other side. Lift, come back to arms open wide. Let's do the opposite direction. Over, down, circle and lift. And over, down, circle and lift. And again, it's fluid. So just allow your body to move in what's a comfortable position. And feeling stable on your feet. And let's do one more in each direction. And last one. And up. And let's bring our legs a little closer together, just a hip width apart, and in our parallel position. And we're just going to start with arms straight up, straight down. Just going to lift those arms up and up and down. And again, this beginning part, this warm up today, is just all about continuing movement. So as we lift those arms up, we're trying to think about keeping the shoulders somewhat down, but don't force them big time, right? If they lift a little bit, that's okay. I really just want the movement to the shoulder. And we're going to change this. So we're going to lift those arms up, we're going to pause. And then once we're here, we're going to pull the belly in deep, but we're going to lift our chest like we're lifting the chest towards the ceiling, feeling a little upper back extension. And then we're going to come back to center, lower those arms down. We'll do that again. Lift those arms up, hold, and lift that chest to the ceiling. Stretch that upper back and down and up, and chest lifts and down and up and lifted. That stretch that back. Two more. Up, stretch. Last one. Up, stretch, arms down. One more on this kind of similar movement. We're going to lift those arms up this time. We're going to wrap the arms around as we bend the knees. We're going to come down. We're going to wrap those arms around those knees. And then we're going to come all the way back up to standing, arms to the ceiling. And down. And again. And you go at a pace that feels good to you. Let's just do about 4 more. And down. And last one. And come up. And lower back down. And we're just going to step to the side, or the side, you guys can stay facing the camera if you want. We're just going to do some little steps forward. Again, adding those arms to a lift position. So I'm just going to step forward, arms come up, a little bend in the knees. Find your balance, just a little, and then step back, other side. Again, just a nice fluid movement. Doesn't have to be a big step forward, doesn't have to be a big knee bend. And just getting that movement. Staying tall as you press that leg forward. Up. Let's just do a couple more on each side. And one more. Come all the way back. Step back to the end of your mat if you need to. And we're just going to start with some curl downs. So we're going to open those arms up, bring them to the ceiling. And then we're just going to go ahead and curl forward. Keep the belly lifted as far and as high as you can. Bringing those hands down just to a point where you start to feel that stretch. And then just let the body relax. Start at your low belly. Pick it up, round that body all the way back up. Bring those arms back out to the side and up. Let's do that again. Curl up and over. Keep that belly lifted. Take it down. Hold and relax. Start with the low belly. Pick it up. Again, arms up and forward. Let's try and see if we can take those hands a little closer to that floor and pick up that belly as we come. Standing tall, arms out, up, over. Little pause, pick up that low belly, up, arms up, and over. Relax, pick up that belly just one more time, and stand tall, arms up, and over. And come back up. And arms come up. This time, as we come down, we're going to stay down there. So we're going to curl over. We're going to bend our knees as we bring those hands to the floor right alongside. So we're still in this kind of crouched hug position. We're going to take our hips, reach them to the ceiling, and then come right back down into that bent knee position and reach again. Just getting that nice stretch through the back of the legs, maybe your low back. And up. And keep thinking of picking that belly up, really scooping it. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Come down onto the knees. Walk your hands forward. If you need a little bit of cushion under your knee, go ahead and roll that mat back up underneath your knees. Otherwise, we're going to stay here. We're going to tuck our toes under. And we're just going to do some nice kind of rocking. We're going to begin, knees are open slightly. We're going to begin with sitting back towards our heels, almost going into a child's pose position. Now, we're going to come up. We're going to rock forward, and we're going to feel the pressure and the flexion come into the wrists. And then we're just going to sit back. And we're just doing this little rock forward, rock back. So we're getting a little stretch. And then this stretch becomes more about the wrist. And back. And forward. And back. And you can make that more stretchy in the wrist by bringing the hands a little closer towards your knees so that when you really press forward, your chest comes over the hands. For me, it feels good, but if you have wrist problems, or if that's an issue for you, then just take your hands a little further away to do the rock. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple more. And now we're going to sit back towards those hips or towards those heels. We're going to come back, rock forward. But this time as we come back, we're just going to go into our pike, picking the hips up to the ceiling. Come back to your plank now. And again, go back to your pike. Plank. And pike. And just continue with your plank and your pike. And it should be kind of relaxing. This is not any big time ab work, hold, or anything like that. Not yet. And up. We're gonna come up and hold. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna go into a prance with our heels. Reach one heel down to come up to your toe, reach the other heel down. And just continue here to plank. And finish off, come up to those toes nice and high, press those heels all the way back, come into your plank, holding here. So we're gonna go into what's called a little mountain climb. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna pull our right knee towards our right elbow, and then you're gonna push it right back and set it down. You're not scooping the spine or anything, you're just pulling it in and reaching it out. Keep pressing your upper body away from the mat. Shoulders are down. Continue. We have about 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Lower those knees. Sit back again. Rock it forward. Sit back. Rock it forward. And again. I'm just going back to where we started. That nice rocking forward and back. Let's do two. One. Now we pike it up. Toes under, press up to pike. And plank. Pike and plank. Let's do three, two. You know what's coming. So up, back to your plank. So this time we're going to add a scoop. And we're going to scoop that belly as we pull now the knee towards the forehead. And then straighten back out and put it down. Other side. Ten more seconds. And three, two, one. Lower those knees, sit back, open those knees up, and we will just go into this nice, relaxed child's pose position. Resting the head, arms coming by your side, and relaxing. So you should have felt your heart rate kind of go up with some of that movement. I do. And it's not tremendous, right? But it's enough to get our metabolism going. So we're going to pull that low belly up, rounding ourselves all the way up to our straight position. And we're going to grab our weights and we're going to go ahead and turn around, bring our feet in front. And we're going to go to this nice bent knee position. I have my weights in my hand. I'm going to kind of put them underneath my thighs and just sit nice and tall, pull those shoulders down. And we're going to start with just some scooping. So we're going to pull the belly in. We're going to tuck the tail under as we round to the back of the glutes. And then we're going to pull forward, rounding forward, and then sit tall, drawing the shoulders down the back. Let's do that again. Scoop and tuck that pelvis under and round it up and stack at the end. scoop. And round it up. And scoop. And round it up. Let's do 2 more. And round. And scoop. And up, hold here. And now we're going to take it all the way to the floor. So you can let go of the back of the legs, whatever is comfortable. You can even put the weights on the floor. And we're just going to go ahead and bring ourselves down. So hands, weights are right next to you. We're going to place our hands just on top of the weights, and our arms are long alongside of us. So I want them hovering, but you have weight through the palms of the hands on top of those weights. And all we're going to start with is a curl forward with the chest. And as we do, we're going to feel those weights pushing towards our feet. Exhale, chin to chest, curl up, pushing slightly those weights towards the feet. Inhale, curl down. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And 3. And 2. Last 1. And down. So we're going to continue. So here, just let your head rock from side to side. Whatever you need to do, kind of release the tension out of the neck. We're going to go back to the exact same movement. The only difference is as we curl up and push those weights forward, we're going to lift one knee up and towards the head. So you're going to go into an imprint here. So as you exhale, imprint your spine. Curl up, lifting one knee towards the forehead, and then curl down, setting it down. Other side. Scoop that belly. And down. And scoop. And down. And scoop. And keep alternating. And just go at your own pace. So make yourself even. So I have one more on the other side. And come back down. We are going to pick those weights up. We're going to flip those palms over. So now the weights are going to be facing the ceiling. So you can keep the arms gently touching the mat if you need to. It's actually easier if you float them, but it's harder on the shoulders. So reach the arms long, float those arms up. We're going to inhale as we curl up, we exhale and open the arms. Inhale, curl down, close the arms back to the body. And exhale, curl up, open the arms. Curl down and close. And 3. If your neck gets sore, just keep the neck down. 2. Last 1. Come down, rest those arms, relax the chin or the neck, the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to go back to the same position. We're going to go back and we're going to extend those arms out, floating them. And this time we're going to curl up, doing a bicep curl. And back down. And bicep curl. And down. And up. And up. So just working those upper abdominals more than anything right now, although we're having to stay connected to our low abs as well. Let's do 2. And 1. Now, hold your arms in the bicep curl and curl down and set those weights right on your chest. And I want you to just stay here for a minute, lengthen through the back of the neck, and I want you to breathe. And as you exhale, feel the weight sink into the chest. Again, inhale. Exhale, feel that weight. Just sink in the chest. You feel the shoulders relax. You feel the neck relax. One more. So try to keep that feeling of that weight heavy on the chest. And we're going to add that curl up again. So we're going to tuck the chin, feel the weight in the chest, exhale, curl up. Inhale, curl down. And exhale. So I am just cueing neutral here. So you shouldn't see your pelvis tuck as you're going up. And 2. And 1, we're going to curl up. We're going to hold. We're going to take those weights all the way out towards our feet again. We're staying in our curl. We're going to lift the arms. And press them down, staying in your curl. Inhale. And exhale. Curl up a little higher, stay there. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Last one. Curl all the way down. We're going to take those weights. We're going to reach them now and set them right on the back of your head. Right? So your hands are clasped. You have the weights sitting in your hands. They're at the back of your head. And your head's going to feel heavy. So from here, you want to keep the weights or the head heavy in the weights. We're going to go right back into that lift. Keep your elbows open. And exhale, curl up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And up. And let's do 3, 2, 1. Come down. We are just going to keep our weights in our hands, bring them down by our side. We're going to give the upper body just a little break as we bring those legs to tabletop. We're going to flex those ankles. We're going to start with single leg extension. So we're going to press one leg out and pull it back in. Remember here, the lower you go, the more challenging it is to keep the ribs closed and to keep yourself from wanting to arch that back. So you do what's good for you. Take them up a little higher if you need to. And out. And out, we are adding on. So right leg reaches out, lift that leg up, lower it back down, we pull it back in. And left leg out, up, down, and in. If you want to add on to this with our connection to our upper body, we lengthen our arms through that weight and we lift that weight up into a float position. Out, up, down, in, out, up, down, in. One more each side. And come back in, lower to the floor. Relax for just a moment. Relax the shoulders, the pelvis. Feel everything come back into its natural relaxed position. We're going to come back into our tabletop, but we're going to move it to a frog. We're going to take one weight. We're going to set it right on the top of our ribs, right where they begin to spread. And we're going to feel that weight staying in place. And we're going to inhale. We're going to go ahead and Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the rib cage expand away from that weight. Exhale. Feel the weight maybe sink a little bit more into the ribs. Again, inhale. Rib cage expands away from the weight. Exhale. Weight sinks. So you don't want to inhale and feel the weight pushing up to the ceiling. So on the next exhale, we're going to let those heels drop about halfway to the floor. So let's take a breath first. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower those heels halfway down. Inhale back up. Think about the same breath. Exhale. Inhale. Ribs expanding out. Exhale. Weight sinking in. Inhale. Ribs expand out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Coming back up. Legs together. Rest those legs down. Good job. All right. Weight comes to the ceiling. Legs are going to also come to the ceiling in a nice straight position. Arms are going to separate just like you would in a tabletop position, right? Except legs are straight. We're going to lower, so I'm going to lower my left leg as I curl up. And then I'm going to take my weight, cross it under my other leg, grab it with the other hand, curl down as the leg comes up. Now my right leg comes down. Reach that weight around that other leg. Grab it with the other hand and come up. Figure eights. And just a couple more. One more each side. Or do what you need to make yourself good. And curl down. And all right, you're going to grab that other weight. So now we're going to have both weights in the hands. Arms are going to come to the ceiling. Legs are coming right back to where we had them. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and as we curl up, you're going to reach with the opposite hand towards the opposite ankle. Curl back down, straightening everything back up. Other side. And down. So a little bit, and the more you twist to the upper body, the more oblique you're going to find. One more. And curl down. Let's straighten those legs all the way out. Just shake them out. Bring those arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Yay. All right, we're done with that part of the ab work. We're going to come back to ab work, actually. But that's a little later. All right, we're going to take these weights. Let's curl up. So bring those weights to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, bring those weights down. We'll curl up all the way. Reach those weights towards those ankles. Give yourself a stretch. And we're going to set those weights down. And as we set them underneath kind of our calves, we're going to bring our feet to the weight itself, toes only, and we're going to curl down. Right? So I have my ball of the foot on the weight, but my heel is still on the floor. And I'm in that little kind of dorsiflexion position. So from here, we're just going to do some curl ups into our bridge. And we're going to get that nice stretch through our hip flexors, because we did just work this quite a bit. So arms will stay down by your side. We're going to curl up by pulling our belly in, imprinting our low spine, heeling up off that floor, and just really reach that pelvis to the ceiling. Feel that stretch and that openness through the front of the hip. Soften from the shoulders. Release the spine. All the way down. And let's do that again. Start with your imprint. Pick it up, heel it up, reach, open up the fronts of those hips. And curl down. So you really need to be thinking here, if you're cramping through your hamstrings, you are not engaging your pelvic floor enough for the glutes. So the pelvic floor has to be engaged. That's the purpose of the imprint. So as you begin to imprint, engage that pelvic floor. Keep it engaged. As we lift, the glutes will automatically get engaged. And that's where the glutes will work to pick that pelvis up. And then soften through the top of the spine and roll it down. And that's really important to get the glute work and the pelvic floor work. And you won't cramp as much. So engage the pelvic floor as you scoop that belly into your imprint, feel it up. Use those glutes to push that pelvis to the ceiling. And then slowly curl back down. We're going to add in some arms. So we're going to come up first. We're going to scoop out that belly, engage that pelvic floor, come up into our bridge. We're going to hold the bridge as we lift those arms up and reach them behind you. Now, go ahead and curl down. Continue to reach the arms behind you. And bring those arms all the way back to start. And scoop that belly, imprint that spine, heel it up. Use those glutes, lift that pelvis, bring those arms behind you, and reach those arms back as far as you can. Start to curl down. Think of that articulation. Fine. Roll. It's really hard when you get to that low back. And down, and bring those arms back. And again, scoop and lift. Press that pelvis to the ceiling, lift those arms up and behind, curl down. And bring those arms back. And one more time, and imprint. And up. And arms. Reach behind, curl down. Articulate that spine. And bring those arms all the way back to alongside. So we are going to now take our feet all the way on top of those weights. Right? So now my foot is kind of floating on top of the weight. And we are going to go into a hinge. So from this, we are just going to kind of press straight down into the weight, and we're going to pick the body up as we press the pelvis to the ceiling. This one is going to be a little bit more hamstringy. Then we're going to lead with our bottom as we press it back down to the mat. Tap that mat, pick it straight back up. And down. And up. And down. So you'll feel the glutes engage, but you will also feel those hamstrings here. And up. Down, one more. Up. Down. Come down to the floor. So this next one, you can try it without that press up. We're going to come to that bridge again, and then I'm just going to require one leg to kind of roll the weight closer to your glute, and then you'll roll it away, and then you'll do that other side, roll it away, and then come back down. Okay, so from here, feet are on those weights. We're going to press that pelvis to the ceiling. Hold, pull that right heel in. Send it back out. Pull that left heel in. Send it back out. Lower back down. All right, we're going to start with the left leg this time and press it up. Left leg pulls in. Out. Right leg pulls in. Out. We lower down. Just one more set on each side. And up. Right leg pulls in. Out. Left leg pulls in. Out and lower. Last set, we start with the left and up. Left and right and down. And reach. Yeah, those are killer. Reach those weights away with your feet. I just lost my weight. So now I've got my ankles are kind of right over the weights. My heels are over the weights. So the ankles are resting. And we're going to do some curl ups. So arms come to the ceiling. We're going to open the arms out to the side. And as we wrap them towards our hips, we're going to curl up. And you're going to kind of feel those weights glide on those legs. We're going to reach forward, stretch. Come up to seated. And scoop out that belly. Arms up. Open the arms. Wrap them around. Curl up. Reach. Sit up tall. Scoop. Nice and slow. Arms up. Opens. Curl up. Reach for that stretch. Sit up tall. If you're losing your pants like I am, you're doing it correctly. And we're going to curl up one more time. And curl up. And they're like ready to fall off. And it was your socks. Oh, that counts too. Socks count too. All right, you guys, we're going to come up into another 4-point kneel position. So prepare yourself, especially if you've got some knees. You can actually do some of this standing if you prefer. You just don't want to be on your knees. You can modify this and do some standing stuff. I'm going to put one weight kind of out to the side. So I'm going to have the weight in my right hand to start. I'm at my 4-point kneel position. And I'm going to think of pushing away from the floor, but keeping my spine in this really straight spinal position, right? So I'm not in this. So nice spinal position. We're going to take the weight. We're going to bring it out to the side. And then we're going to kind of snap it back out to the side and snap it back out and snap. And let's do 2 and 1. All right, adding on. So this time as we lift that arm to the side, we're going to twist with it and then bring it back. And open and twist and bring it back. And open, bring it back. And open and back. And one more time. Hold. All right, staying on the same side. So as we open that arm again, we're going to send the opposite leg behind you. And then pull it back. Reach, opposite leg, arm opens, and pull it back. Let's do 3, 2, 1, hold. So now we're going to add that rotation. So we're going to open that arm, send that opposite leg behind you, hold here for a moment, then rotate. And back and in. Again, reach out and open, hold, rotate. And back and in. 2 more. Open, hold, twist, and back. 1 more. And open, hold, twist, and back and hold. Take that weight off to the side. Let's switch. So other side. You know what? I'll turn around. So I'll go here. All right. So we're going to start with just the open of the arm. So we're going to open that arm out and then snap it back. Open, snap it back. Snap it back. So just that really reach and lift on that open. And let's do 2 and 1 and hold. So we're just going to add in, right? So we're just adding in that twist. So we open the arm, we twist, and we pull it back. Open, twist, and pull it back. Remember, the more twist through the body, the more oblique you're gonna get. 2 and 1, hold. All right, adding opposite leg. Staying straight, no twist. We're just gonna open the arm, but send that opposite leg behind you. And pull it back. Reach and back. And back. All right, one more. All right, last one. So we take that arm open, we extend that leg back, we hold for a moment, and then we twist. And back, and center. Again, reach, twist, and center. 2 more. And last one. And back. Set that weight aside, open those knees, press back. Do a child's pose, relax, and take some deep breaths. We've had some nice heart rate stuff today. So come on up. We are going to need both our weights for this last bit, just one more little ab thing, and then we'll move on to stretching. Yay. All right. So hands have the weights. We are back to seated. We are going to hug those legs to start. So we're just going to wrap those arms underneath those legs and round ourselves into a big ball. We're going to stretch that back. And then as we come out of that, we're going to take those weights behind our thighs, curl back and come into a float position. So from here, we're just going to let go of the legs, reaching those arms in front. And from here, we're going to open the arms out. Exhale, pull those arms back, reaching towards those feet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And 2. And 1. Hug those knees into chest, just like a ball, right? So I'm sure you can all guess what's coming. We're going to add extension to those legs. So let's come back into position. Find your balance. Reach those arms out. As the arms open, legs extend. Exhale. Inhale. So this is kind of like a modified teaser, right? 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into chest. And rest. All right, reach those legs all the way out. We are going to finish off with something that we've been practicing lately, which is our rollovers. Okay. Yeah, so grab what you need. If you need something under your pelvis to help you roll over, grab a pillow or something that helps. Right? So from here, let's just begin with our curl down. Arms out to the side. We're going to scoop out that belly. We're going to curl back. And from here, we're going to stay. So remember on this one, it's all about scooping that belly. And again, if you need your pelvis lifted on something like a pillow, it does help, right? So we're going to reach those legs. We're going to pull them in, reach them behind, right? Let them reach behind until we come into this nice, straight, flat leg position. Then from here, we're going to just curl down. You can hold your hips. This is abs. Go nice and slow. Reach those legs down. Bend those knees in. Pull the knees in, reach them behind. Reach, stretch, curl down. Feels good. Down. And again, pull in, reach. Back, stretch. Curl down, coming all the way down. And bring those legs all the way to the floor. Send those legs out. Stretch. So we're just going to stay here for a little stretch. So from here, bend those knees back. Take that left leg up to the ceiling. We're going to curl up, reach for the back of the leg, ankle, whatever you're good with. And we're just going to stretch. So pull it into a point where you begin to feel that stretch. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg, and then hold and go into that point and flex. Point and flex. One more. And lower that leg down. Lower your head down. Give that a little break as well. And then pick that other leg up. Take it to the ceiling. Curl up. Grab the back of that calf or ankle, whatever, and pull it in. Start to feel the stretch. Hold and point flex. Just a couple more. Last one. Then reach those legs out, reach those arms up overhead, and just feel as though I've got a hold of your wrists and your ankles, and I'm kind of pulling you in opposite directions. Really reaching and stretching to that belly. And breathe deep breaths. Think about that weight again, sitting on the ribs, and as you inhale, the ribs are opening to the sides. And exhale. Just cinching that rib cage closed. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more. And we are going to curl up. Arms come up to the ceiling and curl up. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to sit, legs open. Let's finish off our stretch. You can use the weights if you want. You don't have to. I like them because they roll. And so just reach forward. Press those weights as far away as you can. That nice stretch through the back. Stretch a little further. We're going to slowly pull back on that low belly as we round ourselves back up. And then we're going to twist to the left leg. I'm going to put one weight on each side. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to think about my right hip staying down as I reach my weights kind of towards my ankle. I'm going to stretch through this opposite side. So I'm pressing my opposite hip down. So take your inside arm and go ahead and lift it away from the weight or the floor and just twist in that direction. And bring it back. Stretch a little further. And then pull back on that low belly. And bring yourself up just the other side. And here, reach towards that ankle. So remember, I'm thinking now of my opposite hip, pushing down, stretching. I'm going to pick up my inside hand, and I'm going to twist in that direction. And bring it back. I'm going to reach those a little bit further. And I'm going to pull back with my low belly. Come back to center one more time in the center. And pull it back. And you guys are done. Thank you very much. Nice to see you.